In this tutorial video, we're going to be looking at identifying the slope and the y-intercept from straight line graphs. Okay, so when we look at the straight line graphs, we're looking at an equation which looks like this: y equals mx plus c. And in these equations, m equals the slope, and we know the slope, it is the number that comes directly before x. And x refers to a value along the x-axis, and here is the x-axis, the horizontal axis. Y refers to a value on the y-axis. And this bit right here, this term right here, plus c, sometimes you'll see this as plus b, but that refers, of course, to the y-intercept. And that is always going to be either a positive or a negative number. So let's go about the business of finding the slope and the y-intercept from this particular straight line graph right here. Now the easiest answer to give is in fact the y-intercept, okay? And if we look here, we can see our straight line graph right here, and we now need to find where that straight line graph intercepts or crosses the y-axis. And it crosses it right here, which is at minus 4. So that's the answer for the y-intercept. What we also need to figure out is the slope. And the slope often takes the form of either a whole number or a fractional number. And again, that value can be either positive or negative. Now, I like to try and do my slopes always as a fraction. I can always simplify later. So when I'm working it out, I write it up as a fraction. So let's go about that process. The first thing you're going to need to do in order to find the slope is identify 2 points on the straight line. Now they can be any 2 points. It's normally a great idea to pick points like these ones here, that one and that one. You can choose this one and this one as well if you want. It doesn't really matter. Just choose 2. But it's a great idea to find points which are smack bang on intersections of grid lines. So like these points on the grid. Okay, those kinds of points. Okay, so we've got 2 perfect points right here. We've got that one and that one. So once we've got our 2 points, we have to make the fraction which gives us the slope. Okay, and so it looks a little bit like this. When we do our fraction, the number that goes on the bottom is what we call the run. And the number that goes on the top, like our numerator, is what we call the rise. And this is how you can figure it out. For what I like to do is to start with the bottom point that we've chosen. So I've chosen 2, 1, 2, and I start with the bottom point. And I make my way to the top point. And I must go left to right first, and then up and down. So let's do that. I'll start here, and to get to here, I need to go left, right? So I've got to go 1, 2, 3 steps to the left. Now, because I'm going to the left, those are negative steps. So the run is minus 3 steps. Okay, and now I just need to come up with the numerator. And that again, I start here where I left off and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. I'm going up, that's positive. So my rise is 5. And pretty much the slope has been done. It's 5 over minus 3. And basically that means that I can write it like this, equals negative 5 over 3. It's negative 5 over 3 because if I was to divide 5 divided by negative 3, I would get a negative answer. So I can term this whole fraction a negative fraction. And this would be the perfect answer. And that is the perfect answer. Let's try one more. Yep, so for this one, we have a new graph. And again, we've got points already given to us on the straight line. Normally we wouldn't have those points. We'd have to make them ourselves. So let's do the y-intercept first. That's the easiest. So this line crosses the y-axis right here at positive 4. So the y-intercept is 4. And that is done. Finished. Easy. The slope, though, is a little bit more difficult. I'll take 2 points on the line. So here's one right here, and here's one right here. So I'll take those two this time. And again, I have to make my way from that point all the way to that point and write it up as though it were a fraction. So, of course, the fraction bar goes here. The number that goes on the bottom, so our denominator, is what we're going to call the run. So this is our left to right movement. And then the number that becomes the numerator is our rise number. That's the up and down movement to get to the point. So here's how this will look. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 on the run, and then the rise, and that's positive 12 because I'm going this way. I'm going to the right. That's a positive move. And up will be positive as well. So let's just go up. How many up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 over 12 is the slope, but I can simplify from there. So I can divide by, what's a common factor? 3. So if I divide by 3, I'm going to end up with 15 divided by 3 is 5. 12 divided by 3, that's 4. Now you can leave it as a mixed number, or you can convert, as an improper fraction, or you can convert to a mixed number and 1 over 4. So either one is fine, but that is the final answer for the slope. 1 1/4 or 5 over 4. If we were to write this into our equation, it would look like this. It would look like y equals, so m is the slope, right? So it would be 5 over 4, then x, then positive 4. And that would be the final equation. Okay, let's try one last one. So we'll do one more, and here we go. We've got our line already there. Again, some points are indicated, may as well use them. The y-intercept is nice and easy. This line right here crosses the y-intercept at a very clear point. Here's the crosses the y-axis at a very clear point here at positive 6. So I can write it down plus 6 or just 6, either way. That's the y-intercept. And now I have to figure out the slope, so I have to figure out this m here. And what is the slope? So let's just do that. Remember, it's going to be written as a fraction. So the bottom number will be the run. That's going to be my left to right movement. Then I have my fraction bar, and on top we have my rise movement. That's going to be the up and down movement that I'll take to get to the final point. You'll remember, start with the bottom point and make your way to the top point. So I want to do that there. So start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. And I'm moving left, so that's a negative move. Okay, and then the rise is 1, 2, 3. So it's a positive move because I'm going up, and there I go. Now, because this movement is negative, 3 divided by negative 8 will be a negative answer. So to tidy up the way I write this fraction, I can just go negative 3/8 rather than have the positive 3 over negative 8. Just call the whole fraction a negative 3/8. And so that's the final answer there. And if I was to put these values into this format, okay, of the equation, it would look like this. Y equals, okay, minus 3/8 x, and then positive 6, plus 6. And that's how the equation would look. Finished. So I hope you found that useful. It's a good idea if you don't really understand to just go back and rewatch me going through the process of finding the slope and finding the y-intercept, and just listen to the explanations and try and follow along. Okay, hope that was helpful.